The international break is back, guys. Yes, the international break is back, which also means that the Super Eagles are back in action for African teams and for Super Eagles. We are going to be playing two rounds of qualifiers for the World Cup. Yes, the World Cup qualifiers. And Nigerian Super Eagles will be playing against Rwanda. That's Rwanda versus Nigeria away there in Rwanda before coming back to play against Zimbabwe in Uyo in Nigeria for a place in the next round. So we've currently played four games. I remember that we are yet to win a game in the World Cup qualifiers, guys. We've played four games, we've drawn three, and we lost one. So we're currently on 3 points. We're currently way below and way behind in our group for a group where only first qualifies to the next round, so to the playoffs. So this is a really, really important window for us to be able to gather the points. And then we have a new coach, Eric Sekou Chelle, is a Malian. No, I don't mean he's from Naramali's group. He's from Mali, and then we he has dropped a 23-man list. It was 39 initially, and now he has reduced them to 23. And players are expected to arrive in Rwanda. They started arriving at the time of making this video, and as we look to get the win against Rwanda on Friday, we also return for the second leg on Tuesday in Uyo, which I'm hoping to be there to cover that one. So I'm going to be going through the 23-man list and giving a bit of background to some of these players. The 39-man list was dropped initially, and then we had so many um, players that were called into the fold. And I feel like Eric Chell is actually a very wise man, because when it came to the 39-man list, he just put everybody's favorite in there, so that everybody that was saying, "Oh, call this one, call that one." He put them there. And for the 23-man list, I just feel like, no matter who makes the 23-man list, there's always going to be complaint, because Nigeria is blessed with so much talent. And there's always going to be someone that's feeling left out. So for the 49 for the 39-man list, we had names like Ahmed Musa, Cyril Dizas, Tolu Arokodare getting his first call up. Chidera Ejuke, Paul Onuachu, Ahmed Musa, Ako Adams. These are players that people have been calling for them to be included. Also in the midfielders, we had Chris Santos Uche, Anthony Dennis, Papa Daniel Mustafa. I'm going to be coming to that from our own MPFL. And there's also, Adelaide Adebayo, goalkeeper. These are keepers that have made it before. But there's also a debut call up for Remo Stars goalkeeper Kayode Bankole. Also in the defense, there's also Iko Ogbu, there's Jordan, there's Ifeanyi Oyebuchi, for also from the league. So there's a whole lot of new names, but we're not going to be focusing on that, because the list has now been trimmed to 23. So we're going to be going through the 23-man list, and then you can just tell me what you feel in the comment section about some of the players that made it to the 23-man list from the initial 39, that didn't make it, that you felt should have made it, and some that made it that you feel like should not have made it. So let me know in the comment section if there are players that I feel should have made the 23-man list that didn't make it, and some that made it that shouldn't have been there. So let's go through the list. For the goalkeepers, Stanley Wabali, of course, the number one goalkeeper as at this moment, doing his team with Chippa United in the South African League, took us to the AFCON, had very great performances, and from then on, it's just been looking like he's the undisputed number one. Very secure, good with distribution, good with saves, and give us some couple of penalty saves in that semi-final against South Africa at the African Cup of Nations. There's also Amas Obasoge. And now for Amas, he made the team when he was with Bendel Insurance in Nigeria, but now he's moved, I think, to the Ethiopian League. Uh, how he's still getting the call ups. He's been getting some very consistent performances, and I feel like he's making it to the squad, in my opinion, because of the unavailability of Maduka Okoye and maybe the unseriousness of Francis Uzo. Because for MPFL players, as soon as they move out of the league, it seems that they do not always get the national team call up. But for Amas, he's been able to keep some steady performances in his club, in Africa as and keeping his slot in the Super Eagles squad. So a really really nice one for Amas. It's coming back to the squad. He's gotten call up since the AFCON. I think for all of our windows after AFCON, Amas has always made it, and that's a very big one for him. There's Kayode Bankole. This is his first call up. Remo Stars goalkeeper, most clean sheets in at least 2 seasons in the last four. And, he's been very instrumental for this club. He's a long standing member of the Remo Stars team. And Remo Stars are doing so well in the Nigerian Premier Football League. 4 seasons now, third, second, and now they are having a 10 points lead on the top of the table, and it's looking like they're gonna finally lay their hands on an NPFL title. So Kayode Bankole is in there. Now for the defenders, there's William Ekong, normally our captain in Saudi Arabia, fresh from playing against Cristiano Ronaldo some days ago. There's Brett Osai Samuel, Fenerbahce. You know, he's definitely always going to be Bruno Image is looking like that guy that is now going to secure that left back spot that we've always kind of had issues with it, to be honest. At the AFCON, we had Seydou Sanusi that we felt like maybe his performances were not good enough. We've also had, you know, we've also had Bright Osai played there as well, and it's been good. But Bruno, I think the last friendly set of friendly games and also the qualifiers, Bruno proved that he's a very good left back and can solidify at that position. Calvin Bassi, centre back, LCB, he has that on lock, our full boy. Olaoluwa, I know, our Snapchat king from Nottingham Forest, having one of the best seasons of his life with Nottingham Forest. Definitely will be making it. Uh, yeah, his podcast is trending about the AFCON final. I was there live, and the funny thing was that Ola was playing the wing where I was, and man, it was really. I was like on the pitch side, and Ola was playing like that side, and let's not talk about it. It's still like one of my fave Super Eagles players, so definitely worth it. The next name on the defenders list is Igo Ogbu. He's been doing his thing for Slavia Prague for a while now, and he's been getting shouts to get invited to the Super Eagles to reward his performances. We wait to see. We'll see him in training if he's going to get some minutes in the games, and maybe he could just provide that cover that we need in the squad. So one name that's not in this graphics that has made a late charge into the defense list is Jordan. Jordan currently plays for Gent in the Belgian Pro League. He's replacing Nathan Tella, who's a midfielder that was supposed to make the 23-man list. Nathan Tella plays for Bayern Leverkusen. And Jordan has been doing so well with Gent as well. He was in the initial provisional list and was cut out, but now has made the squad. Jordan also played for uh he has dual citizenship, so he's eligible to play for Germany as well, as he has also represented them in some age level competitions, but now has decided to switch to the Nigerian Super Eagles for the senior squad. Now let's move to the midfielders. Obviously Wilfred in the regular names, Wilfred Ndidi, I know Rafael Onyedika, Alassane Yusuf, and I think this has been a little bit of controversy. For me personally, the first game of the African Cup of Nations is the best I've seen Alassane, because he was really unplayable in that game until he got injured and was benched for the rest of the tournament, coming in for a couple of minutes, and now he has moved to to um, to USA. He currently plays in the MLS, and people were really having complaints about him. But I just feel like he's been like a part of the setup. But my own issue is who misses out because of his inclusion. And let's continue with that. So Alex Iwobi, obviously, my boy does nothing wrong to me. We're always gonna include Iwobi. I feel like he's one of our best players in the midfield. Um, and it pains me that people do not see that because of the amount of burden is allowed to take on in the national team defensively. When he plays for his club Fulham, you see the freedom that is given. It's not a mistake that Marcos Silva has signed him twice, because of what he brings. This is also his best season in the APL when it comes to returns for goals and assists. So I feel like for me, Alex Iwobi slander is unprofounded because, and I feel like it is coming from a place of him being, the nephew to JJ Okocha. People expect him to always do all of those magic and all of that. And, his style is different. What he offers to the team is way different. You can't put him in a pivot as what happened in the AFCON, or we're playing two-man sitting, himself and Frank Onyeka, and you expect him to perform magic. He has tired legs. Before he can make that pass, he needs to stay fresh. So for me, I do not see why he gets banter or slandered. I don't see it personally. Now making a return to the squad is Joseph Ayodele Aribo. Joe Aribo coming back to life in Southampton colours this season. He's played a couple of positions. I think he's even played centre back or probably left back for Southampton. I personally like Joe Aribo. We're at the AFCON together, and he's such a cool lad, such a cool dude, and justifiably he's missed the last couple of windows because he's signed for Southampton and they're not doing so well. He's been struggling to get game time before now, but of recent he's had some form of resurgency, so he's coming back to play, and it's good to have him back with the squad. Last name on this list is also causing some controversy, and that is Papa Daniel Mustafa of Niger Tornadoes in the Nigerian Premier Football League. And as a league faithful, my opinions might be biased, but I just feel like what is the point of having a league if we cannot have our best legs come into the squad? I mean, if you are inviting an Alassane that plays in the MLS, no shades. Why can't Papa Daniel be part of the squad? I mean, he's had a very fantastic tournament, a fantastic league season with Niger Tornadoes currently. Very sweet left foot. Was also part of this Chan squad that qualified to the Chan tournament that's supposed to happen in Tanzania earlier this year that was now moved to August. So he had very good double-legged game in the first leg and the second leg against Ghana where we knocked them out. And it's an integral part of the Niger Tornado squad. So if he is worth it, definitely he should be added to the squad. And the big miss here for me is definitely Frank Oyeka. uh, he's moved to Germany, Augsburg, and is having very great performances. How he didn't make it to this squad is one that beats me. I understand we're trying to include Ayodele back, Aribo back, Papa Daniel back, Papa Daniel addition as per MPFL. Eric Chelle has also been watching league games, so that's like a very big one. So, and it's evident in the fact that he's added a couple of players to this one, Coyote Bankole as well as Papa Daniel. He also added some other players to the initial provisional list that was given. Now to the attackers, Samuel Chukwueze, the regular names, AC Milan, Victor Osimhen, scoring for fun for Galatasaray, Ijaya, always gonna make it. Ademola Lookman, African's best. There's no way. Atlanta doing so well. We also are the entire nation and the entire continent actually rallied behind Ademola Lookman when he got disrespected by the coach of Atlanta, Gasparini, for a penalty missed, and that was really cute and cool, by the way. Everybody rallying behind him for support. There's also Victor Boniface by Leverkusen, also had a bit of an issue recently with his teammates, but hopefully also I think Victor Boniface is also one player that I'm really rooting for to get his firing boots with the national team. I mean, it's really sad. When he was in the form of his life and was supposed to go to the African Cup of Nations, he got injured, and after that, I would have wished for him to be part of that squad. I'd have had that amazing run in Cote d'Ivoire last year. Just to get the feel, be a part of something great, and also contribute to little parts that he might have contributed in that tournament. But the international breaks after that, I'm really hoping that he gets his firing boot on. It's been some invitations to forget for him, but I just feel like aside the footballing aspect of it, some players are also added for what they bring to the squad spirit, team camp, and all of that. So Simon Moses, of course, Daddy is always going to be there. Nathan Taylor, I said, is out for Jordan now. So the two remaining names here are Sadiq Umar and Tolu Arokodari. So for Sadiq, Sadiq's issue here is It's really up and tovey for me because fine is doing well with Valencia, but I just feel the opinions that I have, I'm very indifferent about Sadiq Umar, and I feel like he's a talented player. I feel like the consistency and that impact for the Super Eagles is not there, and that also translates to probably his club his club form, moving of clubs, getting injured at the wrong time, and all of that. But let's hope he comes on to do something for us because we need all of the legs and all of the help that we can get to make it out of this group. The last name on that list is Tolu Arokodare. I've been aware of Tolu for a while, playing with Gent in the Belgian League T, and I feel like this is well justified. These are the type of players that would have been pained if they didn't eventually get a Super Eagles call up because of the array of stars that we currently have. They'll start regretting just the way we always say, oh, so and so player is regrets being born in the era of Ronaldo and Messi. I feel like that's what would have become of Tolu if he didn't get this particular call up, because he deserves it for the amount of work that he's doing with the team. And the reason why he has not gotten it this far, the reason why he waited this far to get this call up is obviously because of the area of talents that we have up front. There's also the likes of Cyril Dizas doesn't make these days. Taiwo Awoniyi, so many options at center forward, and maybe maybe he can offer us something different. I feel like for a type of profile, probably seen something resembling to that with Paul Onuachu, but let's hope Tolu gets it rolling. I really want to see him succeed with the Super Eagles and get a follow up call up, and this should just be just a random addition. So that's the 23-man list that will be prosecuting the two games in this international transfer window. We are playing against Rwanda on Friday, out there in Rwanda, while we'll be facing Zimbabwe in Uyo on Tuesday. So, as I said earlier, let me know what names are missing that you wish they would have added to this 23-man list, and what names do you feel have not done enough or do not deserve to be in this list. Do let me know in the comment section, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also turn on your post notifications button, ring the bell so that you can get updates on videos when I upload. Hopefully, I should make it to the Super Eagles camp this week. Fingers crossed, to provide more training content, interviews, and all of those stuff. See, I come your way next time. My name is Michael Adegbile, or you can call me the official Mikolo. Peace.